Welcome to PTweather.com, everybody. I'm Phil Tivell. I'm making a video today because I've created an exciting new feature for PTweather.com. It's honestly a game changer. It's the Graph tab, and you'll see it in the upper right over here. You'll also notice that I've changed the names of my other two tabs. They used to be named Basic and Ags. Now they're named Instant and Range because Instant gives you back a weather map of an instant in time, and Range gives you a weather map back for a length in time. But today, I'm going to get into the Graph tab. I'm going to show you a few examples of how to use it and just how powerful it is. So up on my screen right now, I've got an image of the sea surface temperature anomaly of this past December. What this shows in the red is that the sea surface temperatures were pretty above normal, about 5 degrees above normal in this area. What that represents is an El Nino happening. So yes, this winter we had an El Nino season. And right here, if I go month to month, now we're in January, you still see the El Nino. February, you can see the water's cooling a little bit. And then I don't have May yet, but May will be coming out in a few days, but it's still getting colder. And so you can look at the El Ninos and the La Niñas, which is the cooler temperatures, using this and going back in time or forward in time. Or you can just use the Graph tab and analyze the whole thing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Graph tab here, and I'm going to draw a smaller box. And we're going to choose the ERA 5 monthly model and sea surface temperature anomaly. Very important to choose this instead of sea surface temperature because the anomaly for El Ninos and La Niñas, it's such a small range in temperature difference that you won't really see it very well if you just look at the pure sea surface temperature. You really have to look at the departure from average, and a few degrees puts you into a La Niña or an El Nino. All right. So, sea surface temperature anomaly, and we're going to go ahead and do a graph of, let's go 2013 to present. We'll do 1 month steps, meaning it's going to show you every month from then to 2024. And it'll take a second to process, especially if you're doing a polygon. There it is. There's your graph. All right, and so here what you see on the left are your departures from average. So 0 degrees is your average ocean temperature, and if you're above it, you're above average. If you're below it, you're below average. La Niña and El Nino. La Niña is when the ocean temperatures are colder than average by a fair amount. 1 or 2 degrees is a fair amount. And so you can see the last few years, we were actually in a La Niña season, several seasons. Down here, we were well below average. Up here, this is our last winter that we just had. This is around December up here at the very top of 2023 and January 2024, right at the line here. And you can see we were in a pretty strong El Nino. All right. And so we can see the La Nina and El Nino all in one graph. We can step back and even get a bigger look. We can, instead of drawing a polygon, we're going to draw a point and just drop it there. And with a polygon, I limit how far back you can go. With a point, I don't, at least not very much. So we're going to go way back in time. We're going to look at the El Ninos and La Niñas since 1980 all the way to present. And we'll just focus on this one location. And instead of 1 month steps, because that's going to be a lot of data, we're going to do 3 month steps. And that'll be good enough to be able to see if we're in an El Nino or a La Nina. And so every 3 months, it'll give us a data point. And here you go. Since 1980, here's your average, 0. You can see the trend line, the red dashed line. That's also kind of saying the temperatures have been roughly the same since then in that area. But you can see the El Ninos up here, up here, up here, up here. You know, this is, I think, 83, known for a strong El Nino season. Over here, 1997, arguably our biggest El Nino season. And then 2015 over here. And then our latest one, another big one, just this past year. And so you can see in the last 40 years, we've had 4 really big El Ninos, and we just experienced one of them. Likewise, we've had a bunch of La Niñas, not as strong as the El Ninos get, not as far a difference in the average temperature going lower, but very much present, and there's a lot of them, and you can see they're very cyclical. Over here, you can see that we're crashing down right now. It looks like we're about to go into another La Niña year, based on how fast this is coming down. It'll be interesting to see when the May data comes out, how far down this has gone. Maybe we're already in a La Nina. That was one example of the graph tab. Here's another one. How about if you wanted to see how much snow you got this season? I lived in the Washington, D.C. area. Not this season, for many seasons. We had an okay season, only a couple storms. Wasn't great. We haven't had many great seasons. I'm going to draw a smaller box in this. Let's see how our winters have looked in this area for the past, I don't know, 10 years. We'll go reanalysis season. We'll go back 15 years. We'll go 2010. I think this is as far back as it goes. 2009 to present. And we're going to graph that. This is showing the Washington, D.C. region snow during that period of time. So if you remember in 2010, we had a huge season. We had 2 blizzards. And so our season, we got over 70 inches of snow total. Well, things have been downhill since then. We still had a couple good snowstorms, a couple good snow seasons, as you can see over here. In 2015, we had about 50 inches total for the season. 2017, around 40 inches. And it's been pretty sad the last few years. Hopefully that trend doesn't continue. We can go back further, though. If I want to focus in on where I live, which is right at that blue dot, I can drop a little point there in the graph from the graph tab, and I can say, well, let's go back to the Air 5 monthly, and maybe I'm just interested in how much snow we've gotten in January since this data has been around, which is since 1941. And we'll go to January 2024. Instead of 1 month steps or 1 year steps, we're going to do, instead of 3 month steps, we're going to do 1 year steps. So we can change this from 1 year. And so we're just looking at January's now. And so when I hit submit here, I'm going to see every January snowfall total for this location since 1941, every year to present. We'll hit submit, and there it is. And so you can see January, we've had some pretty big snowfalls. Again, here's our 2010 massive snowfall. And you can see our last few years, kind of sad. We can also look at February. Change these guys to 2s. And now we're looking, if I hit submit, we're going to be looking at every single February, how much snow we've gotten in that location since 1941. So pretty powerful tool. You can really do a huge climate analysis. You can also do a forecast analysis as well. But that is the graph tab, super powerful. So please use PT Weather, spread the word around about it so people know about it. I think it's the best weather and climate analytics tool available. I think this graph tab kind of just seals the deal on that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Facebook group. Please follow me. And yes, please use PT Weather. Otherwise, I'm going to have to instead stop doing PT Weather and do Minecraft videos. My son says I'll be more popular if I do that. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Whoa! All right, let's go!
Yeah,
go! We need to get some more. Start digging. Monica, dig, get some more. Yeah, let's go. Bruh! Let's go.
Okay.
All right, that's good.